Hello, ActiveSage here on the Sage channel, and guess what? We're back, and guess what we're doing right here, right now. Our objective plan for this moment of existence is to remove this stuff right here and upgrade this silly craft to have some better thrusters right at the back here. And really simply what I'm saying is we're going to be placing one of these big sons of guns here, because as I discussed at the end of the previous episode, we are now going to be phasing out small thrusters almost completely, and trying to find ways to make these large thrusters work and not skinning our ships, because we learned very notably in the previous episode, skinning ships is silly. Boy. Oh no! No, Jimmy. Bob, Jim, 9. Oh, God almighty. I should have taken that into account, that maybe adding a large thruster that's not currently powered is going to maybe add a little bit of weight to the craft. At least I didn't cut off the other thrusters thinking we were in zero gravity like an absolute fool. Anyway, let's go ahead, simply weld this new thruster up. That should give us some more thrust and keep the ship in orbit, from falling out of the sky. Welders, control panels, should be like base welders. Yeah, welders base. Turn those on. 2, 3, 4, 5. Took us 5 seconds to weld that up. Cool. And now we have another thruster. It was a little scary there, watching out this corner of my eye, that the ship was falling a little bit while it was being lit up. Cool! So now the ugly duckling has become, well, honestly, uglier. Anyway, I'm going to take it over here, gather up some ice. You don't need to see that. I just wanted to make sure that we keep our hydrogen bottles stocked up. So yeah, that's what I'm doing over here. Oh hey, check it out. It's Mickey Mouse. Oh boy! God dang it, dog attack squad. Jesus Christ. Alrighty, we're back with the ugly duckling. I gathered up about, 18,000 ore, I think, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, I think 18,000 ice. So that should keep our stockpiles ready to rock. Anyway, our plan for today is rather simple. Just go ahead and plan out another mining craft. Now, we could go ahead and just basically convert the ugly duckling. There we go. These should start filling. Oh, if I can find the bloody ice. Where have you all gone, ice? All into that one there. Great. Oh, this hydrogen tank is actually separate from everything else. And it's the one with a bunch of stuff in it. Unfortunate. Is that so? Is it really separate? Oh, it's not separate. Whatever. Anyway, our plan for today is just to go ahead and get ourselves a fully functional miner planned out, not necessarily built in the same episode. And I think, where are we going to build it? Well, I think we're actually going to build it this time down here. We're going to build it beneath this large welding array. That way, in theory, we can just use this welding array instead of trying to fly the ship about, and even if we need to, we will fly the ship about. I'm also thinking I might upgrade the ugly duckling a little tiny bit, just to ensure it can actually stay aloft when its cargo holds are full. Now, for this mining ship, we've tried sort of a bunch of different ideas. They all fell flat. The closest I came to something functional started out with the idea of, well, let's go ahead and put the drilling bits in first. So we're going to sort of start with that again, with the drilling bits going in first, and I think we'll go ahead and put those right about here, if I can actually fit a drill in here. If I can fit one of these, I can fit a drill. I can't fit one of those, I probably won't be able to fit a drill. No. So we're gonna have to move this back. Actually, let's do it like this, so there's a better chance it'll be able to weld it all up. Cool. So we'll go ahead and stick one of you in right about here. Got our multi-block, which we need an interior plate for, which is just silly that you need an interior plate for something so small. Let's go to our main cargo, drop off some of this, grab some of these guys, and grab some of construction components if I could find them. And also, look at all these guys. They just need to be in the hydrogen tank thing. The one with ice, preferably. Uh-oh. Well, now we're in trouble, huh? There we go. This one's still got ice in it. Look at these guys. Fill all these up. What are you doing? Silly empty things. Just get in there. Get full up. Don't be wasting everybody's time being empty elsewhere where you're not needed. Get full up. Jesus Christ, I think there's some sort of uncivilized git living here. Alrighty. Yeah, completely losing focus. Anyway, got our construction boats, got our steel plates. We shouldn't need too many. We're not going to skin it. We've learned our lesson. Let's get to planning, and let's actually just either fast forward or skip it ahead or something. Either way, you don't need to be seeing me weld all this stuff up, build it all up. Yeah, I'll just lay the framework. How about that? Heck, I think this time we're even going to be skipping ahead most of it, not just fast forwarding. Oh lord. Or I'll just skip ahead to me dying because of something I'm sure a million people had seen coming at 200 miles away, that I put all my hydrogen tanks away to refuel them and didn't actually take any of those bottles back out like a bloody fool. Yikes, you little dandy. Now let's skip ahead to actually something being done. If I can find my bloody welder, which is apparently under my knee. Let me pick it up. Let me pick, thank you. There we go. That's design 2017 or something. Yeah, it's amalgamation of madness, isn't it? Let's go ahead and weld it up now. Again, I'm going to skip ahead, I think. No need for you to see me welding up 1,000 things, unless something happens, of course. Yeah, I'll explain once I get to that point. And by the way, the front's getting reworked. Oh yeah, and by the way, these are absolutely worthless. Notice how far away they are. Not that far. We might be able to weld up 2 or 3 things if we are very lucky. Welder base, turn those on. Yeah, I got some sparks, got some stuff. Yeah, I got some stuff actually being welded up. I was right. 2 or 3 things. Literally, okay, there we go. Thank Christ. Yeah, it's... I could have sworn those things used to be able to, like, burn, like, even if I was standing right here, I'd get fried by them, but... Yeah, I really do feel like they've nerfed the crap out of those things. Let's go ahead and turn those welder bases off, and now skip ahead to when more is completed. There we go, all welded up. Oh, a little bit of lag there too. Also, look, we have some odd clipping going on the left. I'm alright with that, because otherwise a lot of stuff might have blown up. Anyway, let's go ahead and redock this ship up where the top was. That's the usual odd docking port. I get the feeling that this docking port, our original plan was, of course, to remove it once we got busy building other sections of the ship. I think I might leave it now and just start building some, well, just leave some oddities of this ship as time goes on. Anyway, now that we have this ship welded up, we can actually go ahead and give it its first super simple test. I'm still thinking I might rework the front of it. Mainly because at the very top we have some clearance issues where I'm not sure all of that will clear it. Same for the bottom. Yeah, I'm just worried about those thrusters getting bumped at the very top and bottom, so I'm thinking I might extend it up and down. We also missed, is it these pipes right here when they all got welded up. We need to grab construction components just really quickly to finish that off. Luckily everything is connected together here, so we can just grab a bunch like that, and maybe a few of those just in case we need them as well. Yeah, you need to, still in large steel tubes for some of this. I also have a remote control block in there, by the way, as well as the 2 gyroscopes and an antennae, of course, right there that you saw we were trying to weld up. We also still need to put a detector on the dang thing so it can actually be an efficient mining craft itself. Cool. So now all that's cooked up. Very good. Yeah, I do think we need to rejig the front drills, go up and down a little bit more. But enough of that. Our ship should be ready for its first hover test as soon as we finish this thing up here with 1 large steel tube. Super simple. There we go. Right there. Grab one and plug that in right there. Groovy. Yeah, of course I should have just gone ahead and grabbed the uranium while I was in there already. Uranium. Cool. Wow, quite a bit. We'll grab like 20 of that. I'll go ahead and stick it right in here. And we can even go ahead and just search reactor and transfer 10 of it to the other. Oops, that was 1, not 10. There we go. 10 to the other reactor. Groovy. And now we can do our good old-fashioned quick save and see if this thing actually hovers, eh? And again, for some reason, the landing gear always lets go when you do that. But yeah, look, our ship is actually hovering. For once, a ship that is apparently actually functioning correctly. We still need to get that detector and rework these drills, but hey, would you look at that, we actually have a functional mining craft. Yeah, that's pretty groovy. It just hit me. I could have put this whole assembly right here out of the bottom of this because I do have pipes hooking into whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and take it for a little tiny spin about just to see how it handles before we get an ore detector on and everything. Okay, well, I'm a massive idiot, aren't I? Let's put this on the ground gently now, shall we? Very, very gently. Very, very gently. Cautiously now. Okay. My sense of depth was completely wrong. Either way, we're on the ground now. Cool! I forgot to put side thrusters on, so we're just really quickly going to... No! Demon dog. I ask of thee, leave my ship alone. Yeah, let's really quickly just go ahead and grab ourselves some side thrusters, and I think we'll stick them right here, shall we? This is going to be a bit of a power drain. How much was our power at right here when we were sitting here if we move forward? That's 14%, that's 29, 14, 29, yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of power troubles, maybe. We'll put some batteries in if need be, hopefully that doesn't skyrocket our way, but we're gonna put some side thrusters, it's really simple side thrusters, right here and right here, and when we're flying this ship, we're just gonna have to be really cautious about not turning it to its left and right, just aiming up and down. Cool. Let me go ahead, just grab the components and weld these up, and while I'm at it, I'll also grab these stuff needed for a detector, and probably stick it like right here in the front or something like that. Human dog, you must be. Yeah, chew on the random stuff, Robo-Pup. Ow! Oh, my real puppy was behind me a few minutes ago. He's got tired of waiting for me to finish this, and went off. It's about 9:30, by the way, while I'm recording currently, and usually about 9:30 I actually go to bed. That's right, I am a bit of an early bird when it comes to that. No, I don't necessarily fall asleep right away, but I do actually go and hop in bed and get ready for slumber. Why can't... You're connected to that, which is connected to all of this, which is connected into there, which is connected over to that, which is... Actually, no. Yeah, you're connected from here. Oh, this cockpit's not directly tied. No, it is. It's got a direct input to there. Oh, it's too big of a piece to go through the tiny connector. Got it. That makes more sense. As I was saying, though, my puppety is one for usually wanting me to go to bed around 9:30. So, I don't know. I get a bit tired, a bit grumpy usually around this time. So I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to go lay down and try to decompress and relax. But tonight, you know, a little tiny bit more, boost of energy than usual, and I felt like, you know what, I haven't recorded this today. I worked all day in Maya trying to get a super duper high-tech cockpit done and still failed to get that completed, so we're going to go ahead and record some of this to make sure it comes out. Also, I saw some people were really excited for that lovely mining ship that we tore apart really, really quickly in the previous part. So sorry about that, guys and gals. So sorry about that. Metal grids. Steel tubes. There we go. Ore detector in. Got our little dinky side thruster. Should be just enough to allow us to not drift. So we can... Whoa! Alright, I turned off my inertial dampers. That could have been god-awful. Okie dokie, now we have a functional ship. And it's a fair bit lighter than our last miner. I think maybe a little bit. Anyway, so with this ship, we've gone ahead and taken into account a few things. I'm still worried about our side thrust. Let's actually do a power check here. This is 3 directions, and it's 40-something%. That is 60%. So I think, yeah, we could go ahead and put a few more little tiny thrusters in. I know they're not power efficient, but we need them just so we can balance out our side thrust. Yeah. Damn these big thrusters, I kind of hate them. Just because they take up so much damn space. And they're odd numbers, and you can't connect them in the ways you'd hope because they can all... Anyway, this is our ship now. This is our lovely miner. Still going to rework the front of it, I think, because it does look like we're definitely going to lose those top thrusters and stuff once we actually dig in. But I took into account the fact that people said I needed a lot of upwards thrust for when we're moving, and a lot of reverse thrust for when we're actually mining. So now you can see we got 4 thrusters to hold us there. Hopefully we'll be able to actually survive. We can even go ahead and do a test here. We're even going to go ahead and really quickly go to, not our cockpit, what's the name of this little funny machine? I know we're drifting, by the way. This little funny machine we're looking for, a sorter. There we go. So let's go ahead and just name you Rock sorter. We'll name it the ship name once we actually get a ship name for it. Don't know quite yet what we want. Let's go ahead and find our good old-fashioned stone. Should be getting closer to the bottom if memory serves. Yes, indeedy. There we go. And we will tell you to go ahead and drain all. So I'll fill that up. And then also we're going to go ahead and select connector. And it should be the one on the bottom. And this should be the stone connector. And we're going to have this not really collect all, but oh, strength. What? Connection strength. Ah, right, when it's holding on to stuff. We don't need to tweak that. But we're going to have throw out off for the time being. But at least we've named it. And now all we're going to go ahead and do is just go ahead and do a really simple test here. And gather ourselves up some stuff. Just see how much weight we can actually hold with this craft as it is. And in fact, we're going to go ahead and really quickly, before we begin this exercise, I've just decided we are most likely definitely going to get those more small thrusters on the... Wow, that is an absolute useless view now. Those more small thrusters on the sides of this son of a gun, just in case we end up in a spot of bother while we're mining up whatever we're going to mine up. Alrighty, there we go. Got them placed. Go ahead and weld them up nice and quick like. Those two look like they're ready to rock and roll. Well, now they are. And then grab the other two really quickly on the other side. I actually think maybe I should have put more gyroscopes in, but I think we'll be fine. Anyway, if it wasn't clear, go ahead and tell me your name suggestions for this son of a gun. Or shall we use one of the previous name suggestions? What was that one I adored so much? A McMineFace? Or maybe the flying sandwich. Even though the sandwich doesn't quite fit anymore. Maybe you could make the argument that you are now sandwiched between all of these thrusters and the drills. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead. Silicon nickel. We always seem to run out of nickel. It's my old nemesis from eons past. Let's go ahead and do a quick save. Right there. Cool. And let's actually do a save as, just in case everything goes absolutely wrong and we decide to roll back. And we can now go ahead and, Jesus Christ, accelerate way quicker than I was expecting into the ground. Stick our face right down here, hold the left button, and start mining up, and just see how much goody goodness we can go ahead and gather. Again, a lot of our view is rather unfortunately blocked. I guess I could have designed... Did I just see what I just saw? I just saw what I just saw. There are indeed power cells down here. We can always use more power cells. Excuse me, RoboDog, kindly vacate the area. There is a mining operation underway. Well, let's go ahead and start mining. And what was our starting weight? 60-something thousand. We've already brought it up a fair amount. We're at 85,000, 95,000. Seems like every tick where it actually chops away a little bit, it shoots up at least 10,000 kilograms. Oh boy. And okay, so we're already past the old miner's maximum weight, the maximum weight that the old miner could ever weigh before running into trouble, which was roughly 123,000 kilograms. That's a good start. In fact, I'd say we're actually making some progress still. If we can get up to, what was it, 200 and, oh, I think we've hit stone. What was it? The number I am looking for is 223. I think that'll guarantee that we're absolutely way above the old weight that the old ship could even carry. Because I think its starting weight was relatively light, but it had very few thrusters, if memory serves. And we've most definitely beat that. Look at our weight now. We're at 253,000. And we're actually a bit slow to reverse now. I think we're clipping through some stuff. I think the devs might have changed it so it's a little bit more lenient. And because we have the same amount of reverse thrusters as we have downward, we can guarantee that when we rotate as such as... as long as we're actually level, as such as this, we will be able to stay aloft. And let's go ahead now that we're aloft, select our stone connector by typing in stone, and tell you to collect all and throw it out. And there you go, you can see now it is spitting them out in the tiniest little chunks imaginable. What horrendously small little chunks. Let's just pick one of those up, just one. That's 135 stone. That is pretty much nothing. What if we were to go... I picked one up. What if... Nope, you actually have a bunch in... Why can't you just do something like this? Huh? Why the tiny chunks? I absolutely hate that. I really, truly do hate the insistence on miniature turds and not giant honking loads of excrement. Just get rid of the big chunks. The biggest chunk that you can carry in your person, just throw it out of that ejector at once. Not these stupid little stones that make it so shockingly inefficient. Does a tiny little ejector, does this actually throw out larger chunks? I mean, that's like the only thing that can pop into my head right now, is the idea that maybe it's just designed so you're supposed to use a tiny little ejector. Let's go ahead and fly this back to base, and we're going to test that, because this is silly. This is honestly quite silly, those tiny little chunks. We're going to fly with the chunks ejecting. Yeah, it's actually kind of satisfying to see those little tiny chunks. If only they were like bouncy balls and they actually bounced a little bit. So let's go ahead, fly ourselves up. Those welders are still on, so we'll get next to that welding array, and that should kick on those ejectors. Or not kick them on, but it should weld up that ejector. Provided we can even get close enough. There we go. There. Awesome. Oh, what else were you welding up? Did something take damage while we were down there? Okay. What? Whatever. Anyway, let's not go downwards. Ooh, what's going on? Can we not hit the ground? What, has adding an ejector caused us to become too heavy? Oh, has it finished ejecting all of the stone? Let's do a connector. It has. It actually did. Well, that wasn't actually too bad now that I think about it. I mean, it took us some flying about, but hey, we got all the stone ejected. Oddly, it seems like maybe adding that ejector was heavy. Wait a minute. No. Apparently all the stone is indeed gone, except for a little bit of stone stuck for some reason in drill 9. What is drill 9? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We have got to find out where the hell drill 9 is. Show on HUD. That's drill 9, huh? Did drill 9 take some damage or something? Drill 9's welded up. It's offset. Son of a gun. Alrighty. Anyway, next thing we're going to go ahead and do is rejig the whole front just so that we have more, coverage. Like, I think what we're going to do is move, maybe move all these right here down one block and then add another layer up here on top, maybe. I'm a little anxious because I'm worried that'll add some weight to us. We of course have to be wary about weight, but considering we were able to get our weight up to 256,000 without issue, and that's sort of our breaking point, now we know we can hold about that much. So we'll see how much it actually adds. Last thing we're going to go ahead and do here is just simply stone connector, tell you to not throw anything else out, and just dock this ship up so we can actually know that we actually had a success. We actually had some oddly bad English. That way we know we have had a successful mining run. And yes, indeed, I almost went too far. The ship is very zippy. Get out of here. We'll put you back later. We're just going to crash into something here in a second if we keep up like that. We do not want that. Alright. And here we go. Come on. Oh. Okay, I panicked. I wasn't paying attention. Oh my, I really wasn't paying attention. My OCD kicked in and my brain was like, you have to press Z in. Yeah, that was bad. Alright, anyway. Thanks so much for watching, guys and gals. We're docking this ship. You saw it was pretty much docked. All I gotta do is press P. Yeah, there we go. Docked. Refineries will pull everything out. Yep, even out of the cockpit. Yeah, look at all that nickel. We're good. Awesome. Awesome possum. I'm gonna go see if my puppy is still wanting to snuggle. He doesn't always end up sleeping in my bed, but he, he's like, hey, I want to play and snuggle for, half an hour, and then I'll go to bed elsewhere, and maybe my grandparents' bed or by the front door, or maybe in here, I don't know. He's a sweetheart. Anyway, guys and gals, thanks a bunch for watching. We actually have a successful mining ship. Who knows what it's going to be named? Give me some more suggestions. I'm going to be looking through the old ones as well as the new ones for suggestions on the dang thing. If I find one I really like from any of those that I think applies to this ship, well, we're just going to run with it, aren't we? Thanks a bunch for watching for the third time. I'll see you next time. Ta-da!